Look, Nipsey Hussle received a tribute from the Los Angeles Metro system. They're temporarily renaming Hyde Park Metro on Crenshaw and Slauson to Nipsey Hussle Station from August 15th to August 31st. And they issuing 2 new special tap cards for a limited time. One is going to be Nipsey at the Hyde Park Metro Station. The other one is going to be him sitting on the Metro. Look, bro, this is a new initiative to honor the people that started on the Metro system, the LA residents. 12,000 of these cards in total will be issued. You know what I mean? Look, bro, if you're riding that bus, that Metro system, go ahead and get your card. Yeah, go ahead and get your card. It's just something cool to have in your pocket. If I'm being honest, just being real. But yeah, Nipsey Hussle, he had that little case against that little girl that gotta kind of me thinking about him. So, you know, shout out to LA for even supporting it. Look, LA is hosting matches for the upcoming FIFA World Cup, and Snoop Dogg is serving as the community chairman for LA in 2026. Look, this is for the host committee, bro. He's collaborating with other leaders to engage the local community to help deliver a legacy that will positively impact LA. Look, he say he here to make sure the whole world enjoys the experience of not only the FIFA World Cup, but everything LA has to bring, fashion, culture, blah, blah, blah. Maybe even the weed. You know, let's just be honest, let's just be real. This is Snoop Dogg who he's talking about. Let's not forget, the man is gonna get a pretty big bag. You know, that's why you can't really just hate on Snoop. You can never cancel him out, because he's gonna always be making some type of money and effort. The city loves him. Let's just be honest, let's just be real. Drop it in the comments, fam. Look, Diddy plans to become a domestic abuse counselor after prison. After he's released from that Metropolitan Detention Center, he plans to mentor other people that have committed domestic violence. A lot of people call it, this like the pot calling the kettle black. People in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. But I'm gonna tell you like this, fam. All you got to do is take a smart man down one time. All he need is one major fall from grace. And his fall from grace, historic, man. Let's just be honest, let's just be real. With all the drugs out of his system, I do believe the man could be a good guy. You know, yeah, he beat Cassie. But like Kevin Gates was saying, I thought it was legal to beat Joe Edge. You know, I ain't just being honest, bro. We don't know what them people did, but I ain't seen many videotapes of him just beating. That was something that happened years ago. I do believe he's changed. Drop it in the comments, fam. Look, Brian McKnight requests to serve Jaguar Wright via the Arizona Republic. Look, bro. He filed a defamation lawsuit and he's trying to serve her with them papers. Can't find her. Allegedly, he say he accused her of spreading lies about his relationship, being rough with his wife, and hiring sex workers to rough them up during their engagements. He said it was all a lie, all fabricated. He's asking the court right now to allow the judge to allow him to serve her via newspaper. Now this happens sometimes. When you can't catch up with him, you got to serve him some type of way. This was what they was trying to, Lil Raw was trying to do to Cuba Gooding Jr. Don't know if it's going to actually come to fruition, but the man is stepping on it, fam. The man is stepping on it. Look, if it ain't no truth to the shit that you are spewing, you must stop that. You must cease and desist, because they'll take you for everything you got, even if you ain't got nothing. Drop it in the comments. Look, Lil Yachty manifested his friendship with Drake. He said it wasn't on no gay shit. It wasn't on no gay shit, no homo. He said one night he was off that acid, he told himself he'd really like to record one with Drake. Really, look, he was talking to a high power. He said he spoke to the abyss. Drake had already followed him, but he wanted more, way more, mucho más. He wanted a friendship. He say, bro, years later, him and Drake became the best of friends. Manifestation is real. Man, I'm gonna tell everybody that the power of the tongue, you know what I mean? Say it, speak it into existence. Keep saying it, keep repeating it. Write it down 50 to 100 times a day. You know what I mean? If you really want that, you don't just gotta write it down. You gotta work towards it. But yeah, manifestation is real. You know what I mean? All you got to do is want it and believe it enough, it will happen. Drop it in the comments, man. Shout out Lil Yachty. Look, A$AP Rocky praises Denzel Washington for his rapping abilities. He say the man is a hip-hop encyclopedia. In one scene in a new movie, Highest of Lords, Denzel is pitted against A$AP Rocky's character. Denzel is playing David King, a music executive. They say, bro, he surprised everybody when he went off script and just started freestyling. Nas, DMX, Tupac, Outkast, look, bro, he was spitting on without missing a beat, rapping everything with conviction. Look, Denzel say he been a closet rapper for the last 40 years. He's just happy he's finally getting a chance to show what he could do with that music. Look, drop it in the comments. Denzel is legendary, bro. That's 100. He's legendary. It ain't nothing you could say about that man. You know what I mean? Let's just be honest, let's just be real. Shout out Denzel Washington, fam, and A$AP Rocky. Look, Monique defends Shannon Sharpe amid criticism. Look, she say she's standing with him. He's paid $50 million for this whole sexual assault lawsuit where he actually gave Gabrielle Zuniga $23 million. She say everybody falls and have to get up and find a way to keep going. She's standing beside him no matter what they say about old Shannon Sharpe. You know what I mean? Look, whatever him and Gabrielle Zuniga had going, it was consensual. Nah, everybody gonna make it like this big black man was overpowering the pussy. You know what I mean? Like, well, whatever was going on in the room, that was two consensual adults. Yeah, it do make Shannon Sharpe look quite bad, got to be honest, but she's right, man. Everybody make mistakes. I'm just salute them for being able to pay them big ass bills. You know, drop it in the comments, fam. Scars from the playground. Look, Jay-Z approved Cardi B Imaginary Players remix. Look, she said if he hadn't approved it, she wouldn't even felt no kind of way, fam. Cause she said maybe it was something that would have made her just go harder and try again. Well, he's listened to it since then and he's loved it. Look, that record is coming out. I don't know if she's sampling Imaginary Players or what, but it was one of my favorite fucking tracks, fam. This is from the In My Lifetime album from 1997, bro. Volume 1. If you've heard it, drop it in the comments. That Imaginary Players, that Lucky Me, look, bro, this shit is hard. Yeah, this shit is hard, fam. I like where music is going because everybody is sampling that old shit. Bro, years ago, nobody wanted you to sample their records. Like, leave that alone. Let that go. But the way Big Lo doing it, everybody wants them a dope-ass sample. Look, I'm looking forward to it. I want to hear what she put on it. Drop it in the comments. Look, LL Cool J hosting the 2025 MTV VMAs as a solo host. He's not only hosting it, fam, he's competing for the best hip-hop. This is for that Murdergram do. Dukes, however you want to call it, with that Eminem. I don't think it's gonna win. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I'm gonna just be real. I like LL Cool J. He's the GOAT now. But I don't think it's gonna win that. You know what I mean? Not me. You know what I mean? But look here. He's hosting, fam. He's hosting the 2025 VMAs, September 7th at New York's UBS Arena, fam. He ain't new to this shit. He done already did 5 years of the Grammys, iHeart Music Awards, Soul Train, American Music Awards. Look, he ain't new to it, but he's true to it. You know, let's just be honest, let's just be real, man. Shout out to LL Cool J, because he's still going. Look, Kanye West documentary, In Whose Name, releasing in theaters in September. September 19, 2025 to be exact. They are exposing his mental health struggles, his marital breakdown, and his chaotic life behind the scenes. You're gonna see this man through a whole, look, you're gonna see him quite different, bro. Shows a messy journey with him dealing with his bipolar, disorder. It's raw, unfiltered, and let viewers really sit with the chaos. This is painting them in a bad light, man. I don't even know why he greenlit this shit, but they've been recording this. The dude that's directing this whole documentary got over 3,000 hours of footage. Even followed him to his little church. You know what I mean? Look, bro, I don't know why this thing is coming out in theaters, but he's a household name. You got to give Kanye that, man. He's a household name. But when he sucked off his cousin, I was done. Look, Jim Jones' Cadillac SUV failed mid-drive. Look, it shut off on him in the middle of the street. He said it felt like life or death, left him stranded, cars zooming by him. He didn't know what the fuck was going on. He said it's like the 5th time this is happening in this $100,000 Cadillac truck. Look, bro, these new vehicles ain't nothing nice. Let's just be honest, let's just be real. It ain't got to leave me stranded but once for me to be looking to get that motherfucker bike. You know what I mean? If you paid for that bitch cash and you're not paying the car note, bro, sell it. Sell it. It ain't worth the trouble, bro. Once it leave you stranded, you know, especially like that, bro, this is the real world. Rapper's a trophy. A nigga with any type of money or any type of thing going, it's a trophy, bro. So a nigga see that's Jim stuck in the middle of the street, oh yeah, you goddamn right it's life or threatening. You know what I mean? It's just life or death. Drop it in the comments, man. Get that Cadillac back. Look, Dr. Umar Johnson, I like to call him Dr. Umar Jackson because he be talking a whole bunch of bullshit. Just being honest, just being real. But look here, bro. His school is up for auction. That city is auctioning off that school despite this man taking donations for the last decade. He's in risk of losing it. He needs $40,000 by September to keep it going. Not to open the school, but just to keep the building. Look, dude, this ain't looking good. A lot of people looking at him like he's a scammer. Scammer, why? Because once your accounts are frozen, now the school is going, now you need 40 more by next month. It just don't seem good, you know what I mean? Look, the Frederick Douglass Academy might not happen. Let's just be honest, let's just be real. That's what it's looking like. And a lot of people already seen this shit coming. I just tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. Drop it in the comments, man. Scars from the playground.
If they throw it, I'ma catch it to play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap, people tell me I'm a clip. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business.